dear monks, nuns, and all friends of the Zen practitioners. The wise teachers always remind us that they always emphasize this practice. They distinguish between this Huatou method and with others methods. So when we practice this method, this is automatic release or wipe out all the thoughts. And in this practice, we cannot combine with another method, another Zen practice. This is a special, only this practice. And this is how we can able to return to the original mind. And other methods, skillful means, basically it's a gradual paths, and also help practitioner to understand slowly about the Buddha nature. And the gradual path is from basic to the advanced, and eventually lead to the absolute teaching. And other methods is a conventional practice, and is still attached to the self attachment. And this practice is eventually release all the self attachment, release all the thoughts. So in this Huatou method, this is 1,000 years of thoughts, and it's eventually become release all the thoughts. And this is the Huatou. The Huatou is the head of the thoughts, and that's a primal ignorance, and it's gonna take us all the way to the head of the ignorance. So we have to distinguish between the conventional or skillful means method, and there are the contemplation of reciting the Buddha name to contemplate the image of the Buddha, and eventually the true reciting the Buddha name. And that is when practitioners they're gonna go into the Huatou or the Zen practice. So this is from the Pure Land approach. So in this Pure Land, eventually practitioner they're gonna go to the Pure Land, and the Amitabha, he's gonna teach them how to practice Zen. So this is just another way to say that eventually practitioner they're gonna have to practice this absolute Zen practice, which is like the Huatou. So we need to understand this so that we won't get wrongly recognized. So when practitioner go all the way to the original mind, it's similar to the metaphor that the people the shoulders basically go to the um the enemy lines and able to capture the leaders, and that's when they're able to wipe out all the enemies. So this is the practice is similar. We go into the original ignorance, and we gonna use the Huatou, the great energy, to wipe out all the energy, all the original ignorance. So this is a similar to contemplate the prajna, and the prajna basically there. So we just need to ask the question and maintain doubt until we reach to that original mind. So this is not just about the theory, but we have to practice in order to taste this. Or sometimes we think that we truly understand, but maybe we're not there yet. So we need to practice. We need to study under the wise teachers. So we practice until like Zen Master Liqua, he said that we become almost like nobody. We're not as good as anyone. We just our mind become very slow. And the patriarch they also say that we need to vomit all the literally metaphors. Um, we have to vomit out all the learning, all the knowledge, all the information that we have. So that way, you know, we're um, able to continue on the practice. Otherwise, you know, we're gonna contain a lot of information and we cannot really practice. Or sometimes we let go all the information and then we collect some more back. So the practice release all these thoughts until no more thoughts. And that is when we start to go to the original mind. So therefore our practitioners, we need to be careful and understand this, so it won't create obstacles in our practice. So right now, if you have any questions or you want to share your experience in the practice, please raise your hand. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Please, Ms. Kim Ing, please go ahead. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha, dear Thai, dear monks, nuns, and all Zen practitioners. I have a friend who practiced this method, and she have been listening to your explanation, and she start doing the practice. but she confused that, how is she gonna practice it correctly, and maybe she is not clearly understand um, what you've been explained. And can you say more so that she able to understand more? Thank you so much. So this is the general issues for uh, beginners. So we just need to rely on the practice, uh, rely on this uh, group of community, who can practice together, and we share uh, this teaching together, and we come together and try to resolve any misunderstanding or any kind of wrong thinking, so we able to eventually uh, go together on the absolute uh, practice. And right now we try to help each other to understand, so we able to help ourselves release all the self-attachment and all the obstacles. So when we gather like this, we can follow the guideline. We can understand the guidelines in our practice, so that it's gonna support um, our uh, practice on the path, and that's gonna help us to return to original mind. And so we just continue to practice and dedicate uh, our time, uh, our life to it, and create this determination and resilience in the practice. So we don't get bored. We don't um, continue to practice with uh, one another, and it's just like, again, like Zen Master Liqua, he uh, used this metaphor about making tofu. The first few times, making tofu is very difficult. Of course, we're gonna uh, not able to make it perfect tofu, but until the 10th time and on, we start to make it better. So and our practice is basically self release the ignorance, and our mind eyes, eventually see things clearly, see all the Dharma, and able to return to our original mind. So we have to have the three supports for our practice. So we need to have the Dharma eyes, the true Dharma eyes, and then we have the clear reasoning, and what is that? Lý tấn không. So we should maintain this method, and it's going to help us to go all the way, and it's increased the great doubt. So we have to put our practice on the top. So when we allow our mind, our worldly mind, or our worldly thinking on top, then our practice is not going to be continuously going. So it doesn't matter what happens in life, we just have to put our Huatou practice first. So when you allow our worldly consciousness to lead us, of course, it's going to create a lot of suffering, a lot of false mind. And when we recognize that, when we practice and we recognize that we have a lot of false mind, then don't create too much stress about it. We're gonna just return to the practice, and eventually our practice is gonna self-release all that. So we should not suppress all the worldly thoughts or worldly thinking. And when you direct to your mind to the practice, that's when you direct your mind to the original mind. So when we talk about this practice, it's easy said than done. So because of our self-attachment is so strong, and it's gonna be hard, but it's gonna slowly take us there. But we just need to trust in our own mind. And all this afflictions coming from this self-attachment, these habitual patterns of ignorance continue to lead us. So if we don't ask the question and maintain the doubt, then it is inevitable, that the self-attachment and the ignorance are gonna take over. So again, when we have the true Dharma eye, and it's gonna help us to authentically return to the original mind. So it's basically coming from our practice, coming from us. So we need to rely on the teaching of the patriarchs and the words, their explanation, and the wise teachers. And so we should not complain. As long as you keep our mind clearly with the practice, and eventually you're gonna get close to, when you get a good condition, you get close to the wise teacher, and they're gonna guide us. So don't just complain that, oh, why how come I have all the um un, under rated teachers. So it's basically when we're born, when we were born, we already long far from the time of the Buddha, like almost 2,500 years. And for us to come to the true Dharma, it's not that easy, because of our ignorance. And also the Dharma age is almost like nearly he said that 10,000 years. But still, at this day and age, we still able to meet the true Dharma. So when we able to um, meet the advanced teaching, advanced connection with our own level of understanding the Dharma. So it's just based on whether we're able to recognize and receive the true Dharma or not. So it's not about the true Dharma is back then and now we don't have it, but it's depends on our level, our frequency that we're able to uh, receive the true Dharma, and that's how we able to achieve within our practice. So does it make sense? Yes. My friend C also shared with me. So and also you said that you emphasize on the great trust in the mind. You said that we are fundamentally equal to the Buddha, the historical Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. She doesn't really believe in that. So can you say more so that she able to understand this? Thank you. So trust in the mind. We say that we believe in the Buddha. So what is the word Buddha means? The word Buddha means awakening. So it's not about just believe in the Buddha outside. So we need to believe in our own Buddha nature. And our own Buddha nature, we have fundamentally equally the same. So when we practice, we're able to recover our own Buddha nature. So our Buddha nature is always there. But right now, because of our ignorance, our afflictions, we're not able to see our Buddha nature. Because our sickness, we it, it cannot show our strength. But when we take the medication, we heal our illness, and then our strength just show itself. So so right now we have strong patterns of the ignorance is always play out, and we cannot really able to see our true Buddha nature. The third patriarch, Sun Sun, uh, when we truly trust in the mind, uh, none one or two, we just truly trust in the mind, and then we're able to continue with this practice. Either you have people, explain to you deeply or not, we're able to practice it. So because of our mind still in this duality, so we're gonna attach to the duality, dualistic thinking in like in the world. So that's why we need to have a practice. Then we're able to recognize that automatically, that we have fundamentally, fully, equally the same as the Buddha. So because of the teaching tried to teach the the f- uh, the, the beginners, so that's why the Buddha tried to show them, oh, they need to see, they need to recognize the unwholesome and then cultivate the wholesome. So that's the skillful means. So when go all the way to the advanced level, that's mean go beyond the duality, uh, beyond the good and bad. So in um, the Galen Sutra, the Ornament Galen Sutra is basically the teaching of go beyond the duality. So because of our uh, study of the true Dharma, and it's going to help us to understand clearly um, the path. And this path is going to take us all the way to the original mind, return to our self nature. So when one doesn't have enough trust in the mind, and sometimes they trust in the mind, sometimes they don't. And it's in the duality, being and not being, have and not having. Sometimes see the good, sometimes see the bad. So it's always in this dualistic um, play out, from the world. So, and that's why we need to really truly see this. And in the Trust in the Mind teaching of the third patriarch, Sun Sun, he said you have to see, go beyond the duality. So if you say that you understand each word clearly, but that means you still not, because you don't really have the trust in the mind. So when once the ignorance play out with its habitual patterns, then it's gonna block us to see the true teaching over and over again. So does that make sense? Yeah. Yes. Thank you. So right now we are running out of time, and thank you, dear Monastic Sangha and all Zen practice. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.